In response to the latest sham global warming nonsense that we've just seen over in Copenhagen and Denmark, I thought I'd put this video out. I haven't done anything much. Sorry, guys who have been hanging in there waiting for me to do something. Hey, I've had a little bit of a tough go here working on this job involving long hours, and trying to do my best to prop up our company and do my part to bolster the private sector. It's something we all should do, right? Hey, a lot of you guys are with me on this one. I just want to say that this is the most gigantic sham. I mean, I can't even believe what's happening today in America and how we're just kind of going along with this thing. Well, we're not going along with it because we know that most people here in America are pretty much coming out and speaking out forcefully against the healthcare thing, the bailouts, all the crap that we've seen happen where we're picking winners and losers based on who's going to be best for our power, if we're the president, what a bunch of junk. I mean, really. Now we're going along with this whole cap and trade thing in a kind of subversive way. We couldn't get anything quite binding enough and whatever, so we're just going to go about the cap and tax thing through our EPA. This is government run amok. We need to take back the reins of power. This idiot that we have in the White House right now, and I'm speaking of Mr. Obama, what a joke. This guy, hope and change, how's that working out for you? What a complete sham. This guy has done everything that a Hugo Chavez or or anybody, name me your despot from around the world, has done. He's subverting the cash, he's cratering the dollar, he's spending and spending till there's no end in sight and we can't possibly pay it back, with the full intention of cratering the dollar, I believe. The guy has absolutely no skills with foreign diplomacy at all. This guy is the most retarded guy we've ever had in the White House. All those people out there that wanted to mess with W, and believe me, I'm not a big W fan. I was for the first little while, but then he kind of lost me. If you've seen my other videos, you can hear about more of that. But I mean, God, people want W back. That's hilarious. I mean, these guys that voted for hope and change to take the country into a new direction or whatever, as far as the wars, maybe withdraw from one of the wars or something, or see a better end to it all, or maybe they just had a little bit something different social policy in mind. These people are sitting back and going, oh my God, what is this guy doing? We didn't mean this. Hope and change, we were not hoping for this hope and change. This is ridiculous. We're changing from a mild capitalist system with some socialist, things built into it, like, nanny state type of stuff, and we are going 180 degrees from where we thought we were going. This is reckless, irresponsible spending on a magnificent scale. I just made a video response, and one of my guys, Lee Doran, had made a video, and I made a video response. When he says we can't afford not to, here's what he's really saying. This is like defense attorney talk. We can't afford not to have every bit of the money we can collect in taxes collected. We need it all. We are that broke. I have spent us into such a monumental hole that we are completely unprepared and incapable of getting out of, even America. Now that's saying something, because we have a giant, enormous, economic engine, and we have always been quite resilient. But I have spent us into such a hole that I need every available tax dollar I can pull from the private sector to make this thing work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change America into where the losers dictate to the winners. Okay, I'm going to make it so that the people out there that are working a day, that have always been the oppressed middle class, taxed to death, and just you can't ever get ahead. Yeah, we're going to put it on your backs. We're going to crash the monetary system and probably do something ridiculous with it, like give back pennies on the dollar. We're going to create a new currency or some crap, and give people that had millions of dollars that they had lawfully earned, we're going to put them in the same class as like the middle class. We're going to stifle dissent. We're going to do everything we can to absolutely turn this place communist. And if you don't like it, well, hope and change. This is the most sickening thing I've ever seen. I hate to say it, but I don't care how this guy goes. He needs to go. What a moron. This is what you get when you have a Chicago-style community organizer, leftist radical, Alinskyite take the reins of power. That's why you don't do it. Unless you like to end up like, there's a sour grape sentiment among a lot of Americans who don't even realize that they have the right to be sour grapes that are loudmouths because of our Constitution. They want to take the Constitution and just shred it and just be like, no, that was written by a bunch of old dudes who were like rich farmers and stuff, and they had like opportunities that we didn't really have. You know what? The rule book is the rule book. And if you follow the rule book and somebody else is cheating, you have a right to be pissed off. Like I said in previous videos, we're going to have to turn this thing around and get back on track. And I don't know what that's going to take, if we're going to have to end entitlement programs or what. And if people die, hey, people die every day. I don't really give a damn. And my sentiment, if you think I'm a radical, not really. A lot of people that I work with and just common people are like, why are we paying ridiculous prices like this to save baby harp seals? I give a damn about a baby harp seal. I really don't care. Why are we paying subsidies for, coastal this and that and wetlands? No. That land needs to be put into private hands where money and revenue can come from. And we need to regenerate our economy from the ground up, capitalist style, like we do here. This guy in the White House and his cronies and his ilk don't believe in capitalism. They think it's evil. Why they ever sought power here, well, it's clear, because they want to work with the people around the world who've already gone, socialist, communist. They want to work with those people. All they're trying to do is say, hey, we're on board too, man. If we fall, if America falls, there's nowhere for capitalism to exist. We could like corner the market on, this whole thing and just like, hey, we'll buy in. We'll sneak it in somehow. We'll become socialist. And then we'll stand at the head of the line for, when it comes time to hand out power in this new world oligarchy, you know where to come, man. It's going to be me, right? If I get this thing to happen, this is spectacular because I'm subverting the whole American system. This guy is nothing more than a power-hungry goof, and, he needs to be dealt with. I mean, he needs to be just recalled or whatever we can do, impeach him. I don't really give a damn. He's just got to go. This guy is an absolute mental midget. He's a defense attorney that we all have contempt for in the highest order, and the guy's a moron. Okay, everything he's doing has been transparent, as far as what he's trying to do, and he's sitting there laughing in our faces as he does it. Like what? All the science is peer reviewed, and we're going with this, this program of trying to stop carbon dioxide. I'm sorry. Don't you realize by now that it's a giant scam? They picked winners and losers based on what? They gave bailouts to people that they could control, who would help them control monetary policy, who would gain more money for them in their campaign coffers. The unions, all these different groups that are leftist groups, they've benefited greatly from having Barack Obama in the White House, and setting policy and electing, I can't use that word, selecting czars who are going to set national policy and create regulatory changes that are going to benefit them and their kind. I'm sorry, that's just not right. If you're going to make a law should benefit all people. And a law, if we're going to put a law on the books, we have too many of them already. We've got to say, this law sees to people's general liberty. That's what laws are for. That's what the government exists for, to protect our liberty. To keep people who have bad thoughts in mind about how to treat their fellow man and limit their danger, limit their possibility of hurting us. And this is ridiculous. Our freedoms are eroding right in front of us, and subversion of the government is complete. They're going to get their stupid ass health welfare reform, and they're just dragging money left and right with both their claws right out of the public sector, where the most good comes from it and where it's constitutional to be. They're dragging it right into the public sector, and it is absolutely abhorrent. I can't stand it. This is awful. I know you guys feel me, and I know I've seen a lot of videos that have the same state of mind. Tell me what you think.